Pope, in the 50s or 60s, when the pills came out.
Yes.
Contraception, abortions and all that.
Yes.
What was the Pope's contribution to that?
Pope Paul VI wrote an encyclical in 1968 called Humane Vitae, Human Life.
Human life, yes.
And he said that artificial contraception is forbidden. For anybody to use artificial birth control, it is a mortal sin. And if you die without repenting a mortal sin, you will go to hell.
Yeah.
Vast numbers of Catholic families do this. Pope Paul VI.
Pope Paul VI?
Yes.
Okay.
And John Paul II confirmed it. It is, some say it is an infallible teaching, but others dispute that. Doesn't matter, it was the teaching going all the way back. In the Didache, it is condemned, which is a document from the 1st century AD. So we've got absolutely no reason as Catholics to have, if we're married, to be using artificial birth control. It is forbidden.
It's forbidden.
Absolutely forbidden. In fact, the only salvation for the nations of the West is a return to the Catholic faith, if for one reason only. It is only the Catholics that condemn artificial birth control, and the West currently is killing itself. It's not having enough children. It is going to disappear sometime as a set of ethnicities. Sometime in the 22nd century, it'll be gone. So there's no future for these wretched, godless, anti-Catholic nations, or the wretched, godless, anti-Catholic European Union. They've got no future unless they embrace the Catholic faith. Japan, whose Catholic faith was growing until the Nagasaki atomic bomb, where the centre of Catholicism was destroyed, Japan is dying out. It needs to Catholicize, not re-Catholicize, it needs to Catholicize. All over the world where the birth rate is collapsing, and this goes for China too. China is not going to be the superpower it looks like it's going to be. At the end of this century, it's going to be on its knees because it's got this communist one-child policy, and now Chinese girls don't want to have more than one kid. They're going to be in big trouble. No, they do now because of the disaster that they know is happening, but the Chinese girls will not have more than one child. They just don't want it now anymore because they were brought up by these communists, godless communists, to have just one child, and now it's a habit. So the communists are in big trouble. China is going to be going down the toilet, like Japan, which when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, Japan was going to overtake the United States. But for various reasons, including the fact that it's not having enough kids, it didn't become what people thought it would in the 1980s. China is now in the same position. If China is to accept the Catholic faith, and loads of Chinese are converting to Christianity, it's a massive conversion rate, but the communists are not going to allow it to become the dominant religion in time to save their nation. Bad luck for them. That's what communism does.
China is money. Money talks, bullshit talks.
All right.
More they produce, more they consume.
At least Japan had a Catholic prime minister.
Oh, was he? Did I miss? I've forgotten that.
Yeah, I can't remember which one.
Right.
We've never had one in this country.
Well, Blair converted, didn't he?
What?
Blair converted.
No, but he was told by the Catholic Church that he couldn't attend communion.
I wasn't sure if Blair converted after he stopped being prime minister anyway.
Yeah. But you look at the prime minister of Japan. One was
Okay. Well, there you are then.
You were right. Hiroshima or Nagasaki
Nagasaki
was a central Catholicism.
Yeah, it's a big tragedy.